So this is my 1987 C4 Corvette Grand Sport. Let's do a little walk around. Just had it a few months. I put about 1,700 miles on it, and we're going to talk a little bit about what I like and what I dislike. But I'm going to tell you a little story real quick, just in half a minute. When I was about 9 years old, 8 years old, we had a 1950s Corvette. It was red interior, white on the outside with a red stripe, and it was those older ones, you know. And at that age I said, wow, this is a cool car. And it was a junked car in the backyard, Torrance, California. Belonged to the owners of the property. I used to get in and out, pretend I was Speed Racer, because Speed Racer was big back then. If you guys remember that, let me know. And so this car's name, by the way, is Trixie. Let me know if you know what that means. And when I was 15, I said, I'm going to go to college. I'm going to be a lawyer. I'm going to get a big house, and I'm going to get a Corvette. You know, married, have the kids, all that. Well, the only thing that worked out really is the Corvette. And it didn't happen until in my late 50s, almost 60. So you can imagine how grateful I am for this Corvette. You know, I wanted a C3. I've been in love with a C3 forever. But in the end, when I got the opportunity to get this one at a real good price, and the story behind it, which I'm not going to get into now, was a pretty neat story. Let's just say that it was very lightly used by an older gentleman, and I got a hell of a deal on it. And as I go around it, and as I did when I bought it, I started to look at everything, the seams, the gaps, you know, all its little quirks. You know, like right here, it's a little bit thicker than it is over here, but it's consistent on the other side. It's thicker here than it is in the middle. So I was like, so I guess that's meant to be that way. And then as I go around the car and I look at everything else, I started to find little things that are wrong with it. And I said, oh my God, I can't believe that. You know, some blemishes here. You can see where they spray painted it. And I was like, oh man, that kind of sucks. And then I got closer, and I saw the crack in the plexiglass right there. Water does leak through. And then I started checking the car around for more blemishes, and I found this one right here. You can see that. And I was like, I don't like that. It kind of sucks. And then I noticed the tint. It was bubbling everywhere. It didn't have tint on the side windows, thank God, but it does have tint on the front. So, but then I noticed, man, look at this glass. It's brand new. And then look, not a crack at all, right there. Not one crack. And I started to look at the good things about it. The rims look good. They weren't bad. They weren't torn up. Then I opened the door, went inside, and I saw how beautiful it is. And it has its ups and downs. That's not a tear, by the way. That's just a reflection. Look at that. All the lights in here work. All of them. Even the back courtesy ones. Look at that. And look at this room back here. I'm a tennis instructor. I'm able to put a basket. Oh, and I got to show you something. How many of y'all have this courtesy light on the bottom of your Vette? That's a light. Look at this. There's a light under there. Do you have that in your car? Because I've never seen Vettes with that. But anyways, look at all this space that I have to put this basket and all my junk. And again, everything is clean. No tears. There is one tear, I lie. Right here. And then I started to tell myself, you know what? All those are character. It's character that the car has from the previous caretakers, because that's what we are. We don't really own these cars. They're the movie stars. They're the stars. We're not. You know. And then this is something that I haven't seen in other Corvettes. Tell me if you've seen this before. Did this come with Corvette, or did somebody put that? I've never seen this on other Corvettes. Every time I see them in, you know, on the internet, it doesn't have that. Who knows what this is, by the way? I do. When you put gas, that's a place to put your cap. Look at that. How fancy is that? That's what that is. But tell me if anybody's seen this before, because I haven't seen it on any other C4s. Why don't we go to the motor, and you're going to be surprised here, because again, another character flaw. This is how I open it. I pull there, I go over yonder to the other side, and I pull here. Oops, gotta close that door right. Another character flaw, but I love it. I love its character flaws. I'm gonna set this down a second so I can open the hood. Look at that baby. Now somebody replaced the valve covers with some chrome ones. There's the AC right there. It's all original, guys. All original. Let's go around the other side. Look at those beefy tires. It came with those tires. That's where the battery goes, of course. And it has the small delete pulley. Look at that. Somebody already did it for me. I don't know if it gives more horsepower or not. All I know it does, it looks cleaner. If you see the original one on there, it's terrible looking. And this is the L98, so it has this intake. The what do you call it? Fuel injected tuned port injection. Yep, not the Crossfire. And I want to know one more thing. Remember how I was talking about the gas cap? If it had that thing, tell me if other Corvettes have this. I haven't seen another C4 with that emblem on there. It's usually just blank. So tell me if you see any other vets like that. It has the wrong wiper blades. I need to put new ones. These stick up too much and they don't work right. Anyways, that's my vet. I'll turn it on and then I'll end this video. Okay, let's get in this puppy. They took out the cats. It's just all what they call a muffler delete, and that's what the excuse me that's what the instrumentation looks like. And I put, a lot of you have already seen this stereo. I'm gonna lower the radio because monetization of YouTube, but that's the stereo that I put in. It's a flip up. You can change its touchscreen. You can drive with it open like that, or you can press that button and it'll be closed. But yeah, there you go. That's the inside of my C4. I'm gonna end the video here. Please follow, like, and subscribe for more. That's kind of the things I like and don't like. I had a problem with that check engine, but it doesn't affect the car at all. But I can hide that. See, I just put that on there. Well, you can still see it. Shit. Anyways, thanks for being here, guys. See you in the next video.